Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anifitriani from Group 4. I will explain about anecdotes material as for the subchapters of our material, namely: number 1, definition and anecdotes; number 2, purpose of anecdote text; number 3, characteristic of anecdote text; number 4, anecdote interest beyond the language beyond; and the next, generic structure anecdote; and the last, anecdotes rule. Material number 1, it's a definition of anecdotes. According to experts, anecdote is a funny and interesting short story that describes a person, incident, or certain idea. Meanwhile, the meaning of anecdotes, according to the KBBI, or Big Indonesian Dictionary, is written that anecdotes is a funny story because it is interesting in process, usually about important people. The next, purpose of anecdote text. The purpose of anecdote text it is to tell even in the past that aim to entertain readers of listener with stories that are usually or that can make people laugh by rattling or are usually incidents aimed at entertaining readers.
Characteristic of anecdote text. Number 1. Using the past tense so as I found it last night. Be it simple past tense, past continuous or past perfect tense. 2. Using the conjunction of time conjunction, namely conjunction that indicate the sequence of event. 3. Using rhetoric question, which are questions that sometimes don't need answer because the questioner knows the answer better. This is simple to interact with listeners of reader. 4. Using exclamation or exclamation like. 5. Use an intercede word or a word that show intensity to dramatize a story. 6. Using action verb. Anecdotal intrinsic element and the language elements. Anecdotal intrinsic element. First, growth. Second, themes. Third, characterization. Fourth, background. 5, viewpoints. 6, mandate. Next, the language elements. 1. An interrogative sentence. 2. New sentence. 3. The command sentence.
Each generic structure annotated text. First, abstract. In this section, the author will start the writing by introducing something unique or odd in a brief manner so that it attracts the attention of the listener or reader and makes him curious about how it happened. Usually, although not absolutely, the word will start by asking a question. Second, orientation. After the being able to make the listener or reader curious, then the writer will start by introducing the play setting, actor, theme of story. This section has the same function the narration text. Third, crisis. The third part of generic structure of anecdote text, the is crisis. After in the abstract, the writer tells the unique thing briefly. In this section, the writer emphasizes the uniqueness and the oddity that occurs so that the curiosity or curious grab of the reader has increased. 4. Reaction or incident. is It is in this section that the author ends his curiosity about the odd or unique things in the story by telling how the perpetrator solved the problem or the oddity that occurs. And it is in this section that usually the reader or listener gets a intriguing or funny solution to the problem. 5. Coda, optimal or not required. Coda is conclusion that can be drawn in a funny story that will usually invite the listener or reader to laugh even more. However, this part of the generic structure anecdote text is not always in the anecdote story. If anecdotal rules. The rules of the anecdote include 1. Using the past example, I found it last night. 2. Using rhetoric question example, do you know? 3. Using the time conjunction example, then after that. 4. Using word cards example, go right. 5. Using the command sentence example, close the door. 6. Using exclamation points example, give me money back. Okay, maybe until here our presentation, and sorry if there are mistakes in our presentation, and we hope this presentation can be beneficial to all of. Thank you for your attention, and the last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.